Hi, my name is Jeffrey Berger. Thank you so much for coming to my YouTube channel. I wanted to share with you about my Crohn's disease and the specific carbohydrate diet and how it helped my healing and put me in clinical remission. So I wrote a little story I wanted to share. I hope you enjoy. Mother Nature woke me up this morning with a knocking on the door and a run to the bathroom. Thank goodness I made it in time. How many more times will I have to go today? I have such a big day ahead of me with the commute and the work and all the appointments I have scheduled. I hope I can control this disease long enough today so that no one will ever find out. The stomach cramps are getting stronger. The abdominal muscles are crunching. Should I eat anything or will it only make it worse? I guess I needed to wait around the house this morning until the bathroom trips slow down. I am so confident I know my way to work and I know all the bathroom stops along the way, just in case. I know where all the bathrooms are at work and around the office, just in case. Everything else is going so well in my life, but I can't control this disease. I get so scared sometimes I'm going to be incontinent during my day because I can't control these watery stools. Oh dear God, sometimes I feel so helpless and alone. Please give me the strength and the health I need to make it through my day. When I felt helpless and out of control, I did my best to overcompensate in other areas of my life so that at least things were running smoothly overall. But I hid my secret. And then I found myself living the actor's life, the life of happiness and health, even though deep down in my gut, havoc was keeping me alert. Where have you been? I've been looking for you. You're not at your desk. No matter which boss I worked for, I always heard the same question from each one. I was fearful and scared playing the actor's life because I didn't want anybody to know how I felt so sick. I guess having an invisible disease is a good thing because we can always put on an act and no one will ever know. The downside is when you feel so deep down in the gut, you just want to start crying and let people know how you truly feel. Being vulnerable for me has been very difficult. When I was at my worst being rolled into surgery, my secret was out and my acting life ended. My story is so similar to those on Crohn's disease, with ulcerative colitis, celiac, and other gut autoimmune diseases. We protect ourselves and protect others. It's our coping skills in life. We certainly don't want to be rejected by anybody because of our disease, all vulnerabilities, our way of coping with our lives. And I learned in my journey that rejection was a reflection on the other person that had knowledge that I did not have about why we could continue together. Perhaps they were unable to cope, support, unconditionally love, and truly be my confidant and backbone and friend in life. I accept that because not everybody will continue in my journey. My only hope is that I made a lasting positive impression. When I met Elaine Gottschall on her book tour for Breaking the Vicious Cycle, Guide to Intestinal Health at the University of California, San Francisco in 1995, my healing journey began. The journey's been difficult. It's had its ups and downs, being an imperfect person in an imperfect world. I never felt guilty, worried, scared, knowing that I had the self-determination, the self-motivation, the will and hope to live the happiest and healthiest of life that was ahead of me. Along the way, I lost track about how many new norms I felt because the importance was I allowed myself to adjust whether it was the healing or the sickness. As I sit in the morning, waiting for the last bathroom trip before I get into my car, I am reminded of the new norm. I don't have to go anymore. The specific carbohydrate diet has allowed my system to digest and get rid of whatever it needed normally. I do not need to be in control anymore. My body has moved from a bacterial digestive system to a healthy digestive system. It runs as normally as it can. My disease no longer controls my life anymore. Therefore, I reached a point in my journey that being an actor and feeling the need to be in control at all times is no longer needed in my coping and surviving skills. It is time to celebrate the new norm of restoring, repairing, and healing this disease with the specific carbohydrate diet. It's now time to let go of the anxiety, the stress, the time to control. Forget about where all the bathrooms are, because this is the new norm. The journey following the specific carbohydrate diet takes as much time as it needs. There is nothing that speeds up the process or makes things happen in an instant. No medication can either. No medication in eating a healthy, nutritious lifestyle following the specific carbohydrate diet does not have the side effects that the medications that our doctors prescribe, period. We need to remind ourselves that we have many, many, many decades ahead of us in life, and that means we have time. For those with the disease, I hope you can find similar thoughts, because we're not alone. The medical community is not offering us the solutions or the help that the specific carbohydrate diet does. I know there are millions of people out there, and I hope in the future we mobilize to tell the medical community that there need to do more research for the specific carbohydrate diet and offer it as an alternative option. Thank you so much for reading and being here. It makes my journey a little bit easier knowing that I'm not alone. Thank you. If you would like to know more about the specific carbohydrate diet, I'm leaving contact information in the YouTube channel page. Thank you so much.